So, I asked you guys to send in fandom songs, you know, songs that are written by fans or they're official songs for a smaller franchise, stuff that the fans just relate to, things people grew up with. So, I got a lot of responses and I decided to go through a good number of them, record them all, and see what I think. Now, I did not grow up with any of these. I was completely new to all of these songs, so I'm trying to be as honest as I can be. Now, for the first couple videos, a bit of the audio video got messed up, so I'm gonna do my best with it, but, you know, it is what it is sometimes. The songs definitely did vary in quality for me, but remember that this is just my opinion, and me not liking one of these songs does not mean you have to dislike the song. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing on this list is a Hazbin Hotel fan song, I guess from before the show actually got made and it was just the pilot, people made fan songs for it. So the one I was sent is called Smile Like You Mean It, Alistair's Offer. Now, for disclaimer, I've never listened to any of the songs on this entire list. This is all new to me, so this is going to be a very fresh reaction. Let's get to it.
God fucking damn it.
This Hazbin Hotel. Okay, I get it.
I could stick it to those assholes.
Then I'm sure you'd make good use of your time.
This world is round but a table scrap, so just imagine what a man.
5 minutes.
Way good man, we've a deal to make. I assure this is a good thing for both our sakes. I'm happy to provide. Smile like you mean it, with me and guarantee it. Smile your way through it.
Fucking crazy!
Still unconvinced? Well, why not?
The status quo in the people. So if you think you're getting out of this, big mistake.
What you like and what makes you tick, tick, tick.
Doing what you want's just the cost I pay.
In other words, smile like you mean it, risk it all.
Credits
and
to
we
the
can
drummer
seize
here,
it.
actually.
Until we
Or
get
like the
out
fake
there
drum,
about
if it's
sucking
fake, this
bells,
is
roll the
the
dice
line.
and see it all, and you can have it all and make it that much better when I see you smile like you mean it, risk it all and we can seize it. Within my soul and I'll be there to watch you, yes I'll watch you, I will make you, break you as you fall.
You know what? This song was giving me every red flag. I was like, okay, we got creepy red and black, big smile character from Hazbin Hotel. We got kind of like that swing groove. We got like 2016 creepypasta vibe. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised by that because the production is very good. There weren't that many sections or rhymes or lyrics in general where I like really questioned it, except for the parts with the swearing that I found unnecessary. Swearing is something you have to be really careful with in a song because, yes, it's tempting to make it sound like more mature and more edgy, which Hazbin Hotel does a lot, so I guess it's not out of place. But generally, I only like to swear in songs if I feel like there's no better option. Like if it really enhances the song and it really adds to the character. Not when it's like that kind of millennial style swear. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I just gotta put it in because he's so tired and this is what people like him sound like. But in a lyric, it can actually really ruin the flow of a song. So that Husker verse is actually pretty rough. But instrumentally, this really does its job. Like, I loved the drums. I loved the swing beat that it has going on. It's definitely gonna get stuck in my head. Very pleasant surprise. I would give that like a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. Like, what do those music critics say? They're like, this is a light 8. An 8 minus. So I've been told for this one that there's like lore. So originally it was a Brony song. I knew I was gonna get Brony songs because like fandom songs, they produce so many of them. So I knew this was gonna happen. What I did not expect to learn is that this was apparently like co-opted by Homestuck fans. So we got two of the most interesting fan bases of the early 2010s kind of fighting over this song, I guess. I don't know. Let's listen to it. Oh my god, that's loud. It blew out my eardrums. What are these harmonies? These, like, These, like, sea shanty-ass harmonies. Published 12 years ago, yeah, no kidding. This is violently early 2010s. So, like... What is this about? Like, this is about the pony show, right? Well, what does that mean? Who's you? These, like, fast... It's like, we went da-da-da-da-da. It's kind of clashing. Like, it sounds way too rushed. This part's okay, it's just very... Like, the production's very repetitive, which is characteristic of the time, but, like... I heard that bronies used to have raves. Take a world away. It feels like rushed. Okay. No, I'm not listening to it again. Okay, so, like I said, definitely a product of its time. Like, I have to take that into account. At least it's not, like, horrendously overproduced, like a lot of pop music in the early 2010s. But it is very repetitive. Like, it doesn't really go anywhere until the last third of the song, where you have a bit of a synth solo, but the instrumental break is too long. Before, like, I am bored of it by the time we get to the last chorus. And then I just don't understand what this song is about. Like, the refrain is the word discord, right? Which is the concept of like discontent and tension and things like that. But it's such a weak word. I mean, right now we associate it with a infamous chat platform. But before that, I always thought of it as like, oh yeah, there's been a lot of discord over this. There's a lot of discord in this country. Like, it's more like an argumentative thing than like a violence thing. And this seems to be leaning more towards violence of some sort, because I hear words like tyranny. I feel like this is one of those songs that's trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, considering that it's about pony show. Now, I did not watch Friendship is Magic because I was 14 at the time, so I was a bit young to be watching My Little Pony's Friendship is Magic in the early 2010s. But I don't know. Like, there's definitely positive elements to the song. It's catchy. Like, I'll always give it that. Production isn't terrible. Sea shanty type harmonies, I mean, that's a nitpick. Like, the production on the vocals is fine. I would give it like a 5, solid 5. Okay, so next up is this song from Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I'm like familiar with this character. Like, I've definitely seen this character. I don't know what this game is at all. Like, I just know it's a video game, I know that's a character, and I know that this isn't Cuphead. So I don't know what's happening here, but, you know, music is music, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I had an electro swing phase. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. This is like Smile Like You Mean It without the class. This is like hyper stimulating. There is like no breathing room in this song. And the mixing, it ain't there. So, oh my, there's no room. I do not have a space to breathe. Like there's a solo in the background, I can't hear it. I know it's there. Spooky. What does serpentine have to do with this? Like, that's kind of a random word. Maybe I just don't know. Still another minute. I actually miss the Brony music now. Caravan Palace has done untold damage to this generation. There is a lot to be said about negative space in a song. The parts of the song where you can, like, breathe and take in what you just heard, I don't think I caught more than, like, 10 words of that song. And I had the lyrics in front of me. Like, I just couldn't process it. Like, the first song we listened to kind of tried to, like, did this something similar with the swing beat, but, like, it had, like, a class and a restraint to it that actually made that work. This isn't even, like, mixed. Like, the vocals are buried in the mix. You always want your vocals to be up front, like ideally, because that's the main melody. But here it's kind of buried. There's like a sax solo of some sort or a clarinet solo of some sort that like it's buried in the mix. Like, it should be in front. It feels very trend chasey. Like, you know, oh man, we need an electro swing song. You know, like, I feel so bad. Because, like, people send in these songs and it's like their childhood and they love them. But, like, I don't have that connection to any of these. Like, I know a lot of these are older. I didn't grow up with these games or these shows. Like, I don't know. Just from my standpoint, this song was really overbearing. It felt like somebody slapping me in the face. I'm gonna give this light 3. It's more Brony music. I'm keeping an open mind. Don't worry. Let's get this started. This is called Faster Than You Know. I'm radioactive, radioactive. It kind of has that, like, early Imagine Dragons production to it. Or it's like, it's not that, it actually sounds like One Republic. Too late to apologize. Like, it's that song. I'm like poking fun at it though. This actually isn't bad. That was like really close to being a good couplet. It's chill, you know? Product of its time, good production. Okay, we get it. You can rhyme this word. Don't do that. I have such a pet peeve for that. I never like it when people rhyme the same word like 7 times in a row to show off that they can do it, because it's just so weird sounding. Oh my gosh, a key change! This person is so, like... This person loves late 2000s music. Yeah, not bad. I mean, good production. Like, very late 2000s production. Not a bad thing, it's just a style. You know, very like, Apologize era One Republic. It's like a solid beat. Lyrics are decent. There's definitely some questionable elements in there. Like I said, when people just rhyme the same word like 7 times in a row, it really affects not only the rhythm, but it can affect the meaning of the song, because you sacrifice meaning and storytelling for basically saying, like, look what I could do. It, like, kind of threatens the integrity of what you're trying to say. That aside, I mean, you know, the lyrics are kind of mediocre, but, like, it's got a good sound. I don't know if I'd go back to it, but, like, you know, 6+, or it's like a strong 6, light 7. I'm sorry, it's more pony stuff. You guys sent in a lot of pony stuff. This one is 7 minutes long. Like, what is this, Dear John by Taylor Swift? I'm not listening to this whole thing unless it's, like, really, really good. I'm sorry. Let's see. I like a waltz. Well, I heard that, like, dubstep beat. Where's this gonna go? Last 4 lines are good. Those last 2 couplets are good. I like that. Give her sister her due, and neither had she loved her as she deserved. She had needed her more. That was a nice, like, build and pullback. I really like that. I'm glad that the instrumentation isn't, like, super static. Like, I can tell the composer didn't want the listener to get bored. Ooh, time sig change? Are we in 4/4 now? I'd face them on my own. Yes, I love when instruments swell and then get quiet on, like, the pivotal line, and the pivotal line is really simple. Damn, I just listened to a 7-minute pony song, and I liked it. I really liked that. I thought that was pretty. It didn't bore me. Like, I was so afraid that we'd be like 2 minutes into the song and I would just be praying for it to end. But it actually went by a lot faster than I thought it would, and I mean that in a good way, because, like, I did a stream with a friend of mine, and we listened to Wings from Ruby, and that song is 5 minutes and literally feels like 15. This is 7 minutes and feels like 3 or 4. Like, it feels like a regular length song. I didn't get tired of it. I wanted to hear it through to its end. And I really like that the climax of the song is that, like, again, it swells. Like, I pointed out what happened. It swells, and then it gets really quiet for I love you, I miss you, because that's, like, the pivotal, emotional centerpiece of the song. But that's so, like, vulnerable of the narrator to say that it cuts out. So it's like that's the true emotion of the heart, so to speak. It's a really good composition technique. This was actually pretty great. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that, but, like, no, this was pretty great. Solid 8. Some Deltarune song, Stupendium. We all have a Deltarune person in our lives, don't we? Kids come at me sometimes about Undertale. I was there, okay? I was there in late 2015, early 2016. I was a teenager. I remember this stuff. What's that thing where it's like, don't quote dark magic to me, witch? I was there when it was written. That's how I feel about Undertale and Deltarune.
Hey there! If you enjoy our the show.
Yeah, okay.
No! Hey! Looks like you're
Alone on a late
all
night.
your friends.
This sounds like a Sonic Rush reject.
Hey kid, look at you. Right time, right place.
Right for the next. Well, here's a weird trick discovered by a mom. I'm sure I will surprise you. The dream
Yo, I'm a lyrical, miracle, spiritual, individual, lyrical. Eminem ass flow. I'm not doing this. I can't make it another 3 minutes. This is like prime quirky core. And it's a shame because there's a lot of, like of what I picked up, there are some clever jokes in there, but, like, how do I have time to appreciate them when it is coming at me like a broken pitch machine where everything it throws at me is 150 miles an hour and it doesn't stop? This is not good songwriting. This is not good comedy. I know they have a lot of jokes to go through, but, like, I cannot fathom what the next 3 minutes are. I'll check if they're different. No, it's all like that. And I know that, like, it's lyrically complicated, and that is impressive to an extent, but you'd be shocked at how easy it is when it's in, like, a list format to come up with the most insane rhymes. Like when you have the freedom to simply list off a disjointed phrases, you can come up with a lot of things because you have no limits. You could rhyme whatever you want and it'll make sense because he's just listing things. It's literally like, what's the Weird Al song, like Department Store or something? Where he starts listing off a bunch of products and, like, he could just go. And of course that's Weird Al, so it's, like, good. But, this is so overbearing. It's like the Bendy song, but worse. What did I give the Bendy song, like a 3? I mean, this one's production isn't as abysmal, but I guess for the lyrical quality, like for the lyrical skill, I'll bump it up a couple points. I'm gonna give this strong 3, light 4. Okay, next is some Breath of the Wild tribute song. Breath of the Wild came out when I was a freshman in college. Damn, time goes on. This is just the plot of the game. He's just saying the plot. No. No. There's a rap. No. Why is it like new metal? Kingdom? This is your kingdom. More rapping. If Zelda needs my assistance, I'll be there in an instant. My assistance! Like she needs help with, like, cooking some food or something. Needs help reaching something. My assistance. Not like, you know, she's fighting some horrible battle. It kinda has nice instrumentals. Like, I know they're probably ripped straight from the game because that riff sounds familiar. Like, that melody sounds familiar. Man. At least I finished this one. Solid 4 for the production, I guess. I shouldn't be surprised that someone wrote a My Hero Academia fan song. I think what surprises me is that it was 3 years ago. But, you know, let's give it a listen.
Always heard it's what's inside that counts. Taste in your blood means I love. What a wonderful feeling. You're down and you're bleeding. My head is just reeling. The red run into mine. My love will never. 'Cause my insides are red, yours are too, and the red on my face is I love you.
You know, I was feeling kind of iffy about this one at first, but it really redeemed itself in like the last 2 minutes. It's got some good production on it. Like especially the outro, that sounded awesome. I was really vibing to that. I really appreciate that these are all like live instruments, they're not MIDIs. Lyrically, if it was supposed to make me uncomfortable, definitely did its job. I know it was inspired by My Hero Academia, and I'm sure it's that character that's like evil, but people ship him with the main character or something. I don't know. I'm a little bit too gay for that, but I mean, yeah, good song. I'll give it a solid 7. Yeah, you all knew this was coming. Five Nights at Freddy's song. Five Nights at Freddy's I have like an interesting relationship with in that right as it got really big, I had aged out of it. You know? So I don't have, when I say I have like an interesting relationship with it, I mean there is none. Like it's always been a thing I've watched from the outside. That's not a bad thing. Again, it was just past my time. But you know, it has a huge fan base, has inspired a lot of people, so like I respect it from that standpoint. But like if I don't like get it, you know, that's why. Let's give this a listen. It was a bit awkward. It's not like full quirky core, you know? Like it is letting itself breathe. Well, yeah, I can kind of work with this. Actually, good line.
Your sweet little killing isn't justified. What happened to my son?
Okay, so that was what I would call a pleasant surprise. When it really kicked in, I was very worried, but I let myself kind of vibe with it, and, you know, like, I got used to it, got used to the waves, and, you know, you saw me kind of, you know, nodding my head along to it. You know, it was pretty good. I wouldn't say I returned to it, but, like, you know, I didn't hate it, so, I don't know. Strong 5, light 6. I've heard a lot about this Lydia the Bard. I've never listened to anything they've done, but I guess that's about to change. So we got a Tinkerbell villain song.
Girl, you've no idea what you've got yourself into. Fly for
Enunciate the words.
I see the way they look at you. Why don't you fall?
I feel like it missed a beat there. This is a very weird, like, anti-chorus. I know. It says 3 months ago. This production feels kind of 2016. Like the minimal snap. Good build-up line. You know what this is? This is like very Billie Eilish. Like early Billie Eilish. Evolve. Some triplets would really do well here. Remove your what? You know, nitpicks aside, it's pretty good. I've never been big on, like, epic orchestral covers or arrangements. But for what it was, wasn't bad. Not great, but, you know, I could feel a lot of effort and love put into it. I'd give it a light 6. Yo, Warrior Cat song? Yo, I didn't read Warrior Cats, but, like, we all knew a Warrior Cats kid, you know? My girlfriend tried reading it when she was, like, 12, but she was scared because apparently it's, like, very graphic, like description-wise, but her younger sister absolutely adored the series, so that's my connection to Warrior Cats. And I am aware that there is a gargantuan amount of fan content, and I say that lovingly.
So far down below, or when the warm wind blows, that's who do they sing.
That could have worked with, like, different enunciation. What does this flute remind me of? I guess it's just like the MIDI. Good couplet. Yeah, we use that rhyme. We've kind of run out of O rhymes. Okay. Yeah, real clarinet is nice.
We never notice all the green around us until the seasons pass. Perhaps we never will.
This is a nice loop, actually.
If everything plays a great...
You know, pretty good. Like I was really starting to kind of, like, get with it, like kind of vibe with it towards the end, because it's a nice loop. Like, it's the production doesn't really go anywhere, but it's a nice loop. It's a very, like, homebrewed sound. Like, this is obviously just one person and you know, who got some extra help making a song about their favorite book series. I'm not going to judge it like it's a professional production. But for what it is, it's pretty good. Again, I don't know if I'd go back to it. But, you know, like, strong 6, light 7, maybe. You know, there's definitely some issues with the lyrics, but again, for what it is, pretty good. Okay, so that was really fun. I actually really enjoyed listening to everybody's submissions. There were definitely some ones that were better than others, but you guys helped me uncover some real gems today that I never would have considered without you, so thank you so much for that. If you guys enjoyed this video, I'd be happy to do another round of submissions. This was really fun. But until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.